All right, it was only a matter of time with the kids eyeing the Texas Katanas that they wanted something for themselves. So today, we're gonna make a couple daggers. For the daggers, we're gonna use Edinam wood, we're gonna use Paduak, some purple heart, and some hard maple. Now the goal, we're gonna try a sandby or sandwich technique. We're gonna use the Edinam for the blades. We're gonna cut down some Paduak to put inside to look like it's a used cutting edge. And then we have some nice purple heart that we're gonna use for the handles. Now hopefully we can get at least 2 blades, possibly 3 blades, but I'm pretty excited. I know this dude's excited. Let's get started. Now to start out, we're gonna cut our Paduak to 1/8 inch for the blade or the cutting edge. The Edinam was already 1/8 inch thick. Now that we have the Paduak cut, we can go ahead and square up our edges. And now we can cut this scrap purple heart, not exactly in half as my hand is bigger than his, but close enough. Then we'll cut the Edinam strips to 12 inches long. All right, now we got the pieces for the first dagger. We've got our Edinam wood for our blade, and then we've got our Paduak that we're gonna go inside. So we're gonna go ahead and glue these in, and we're gonna use a good amount of glue. While the glue dries, we can start working on the guards. We're going to use some nice Canary wood as it looks golden when finished. At the bandsaw, we can start roughing out the shape of the guards. For this one, we're going to go with the side guard. After we remove the blades from the clamps, we can go ahead and square them up on the table saw. Now back to the bandsaw to cut out our tangs. Now for the most fun and tedious part, it's time to profile our blades. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thanks. I really appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, because to be honest, I have no idea what this kid is doing back here. For this blade design, we're using an enclosed tang, which means I need to cut a hole into the handle. And if you look closely, you can see my ingenious looking clamping system. This makes quick work of holding a handle upside down. Pretty sweet.
We will also need to cut a hole in the guard, this time with a slightly different clamping technique.
Okay, now we've got the hole in our handle, we've got the hole in our first guard, and we've got our blade cut out. Now the blade, it looks pretty cool. Got a nice little cutting edge to it. Now the guard, whenever I was drilling, just because this thing is pretty awkward, really hard to clamp down, I couldn't drill all the way through, so now we're gonna use our Dremel. We're gonna cut through all the way, and then we're just gonna continue to test fit this, and then I'll probably get some chisels out and clean it up a little bit. Go all the way? Almost. Unless it's just always like that.
It's because this can't get always on now.
Yeah, let go. Let go for a second. So that goes all the way.
Yeah!
So we got our first dagger somewhat done.
Well, but now we have to glue it.
We gotta do all the gluing.
Shaping.
We gotta shape this.
Before we glue.
You wanna shape this like horns or you wanna leave it like this?
Horns.
Where it goes up? Like.
Yeah. Like Raphael's.
Like that?
Oh!
Like that?
Yeah.
You heard him. I've got to shape this like Raphael's. Time to start shaping the handle. And yes, I know, I could have done the majority of this at the routing table, but I just picked up this new belt sander and I really wanted to use it. The great thing about having a helper is sanding, and there was a lot of sanding to do, but he really had fun.
Now we've got our blade, we've got our guards, we've got our handles ready. It's time to go ahead and glue everything together. We're gonna start with this guy. We're gonna use a significant amount of glue.
The tip might break. The tip might break.
Well, one, that's why we don't have a sharp tip on there, but we just want enough where everything's gonna be tight. See how it's gonna go into that plastic? That's actually gonna work out good for you. All right, and you squeeze out.
Okay.
Look at that. I don't wonder if the camera can pick that up. That looks really cool. All right, your blade's done.
Second blade.
Now, time for my blade. Do the same thing. You gotta get a whole bunch of glue. And now we've got the daggers all complete. We got them out of the clamps. We went ahead and added a finish to them. I went ahead and used this clear wood spray finish, the same finish that I used on the Texas Katanas because it really, really worked well. The blades have a nice shine to them, especially the red cutting edge, which yeah, it looks used. And the handles, well, they fit really good in our hands. And so far, these daggers work pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching today's video. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah!
With Dada.